What's up, sports bettors? We got Thanksgiving football, and I've already locked in a few plays. We say this every week, but Underdog Fantasy, they tend to release lines along with prize picks well before the sports books. So you can see a bunch of sports books have already released betting lines for Thursday, but if we scroll down, you'll see the only bookies that have released lines for Sunday are overall going to be Underdog Fantasy and prize picks. So you can see Ryan Tannehill, there's like a 30-yard middle, right? It's pretty insane. 28-yard middle between prize picks and underdog, and where his passing yards line is set. Underdog has his over-under at 187.5. Prize picks at 215.5. So that's exactly what we want as a sharp bettor, and I gave out this play on Twitter. Again, I'll be giving out some plays on Twitter. So I took Tannehill over 187.5 passing yards. And then I also took, just for Taco Tuesday, I took a couple of unders along with this, just for this like promo. Justin Jefferson over half of a receiving yard. So that's exactly what I mean by looking for value as a sharp bettor. We're constantly scanning the market on Underdog Fantasy, on all these sports books. There's just so many odds. Every sportsbook has tens of thousands of odds. This market is dynamic. As weather changes in the NFL, totals change, money lines change. If a team has a really good, rush game and it turns out it's going to be really snowy or really windy, there's not going to be as much passing, the line will move towards that team, right? They'll be rushing the ball more. So player prop lines have to change. So long story short, the market's super dynamic. And there are two early plays I found that I ended up parlaying together on WinBet. So let's just go ahead and let's get into it. My first play is the Giants over 16.5 team total. So I took this at minus 115. And you may be like, yo, why are you on the arbitrage betting tool? So if you're new to arbitrage betting, all arbitrage means is you can bet on equal and opposite outcomes and earn a risk-free profit. So in this case, we have the Giants game, right? The over, you can bet 115 to win back 100. On the under, you can bet 100 to win 119. Equal and opposite outcomes, two different sports books. So essentially, because all these sports books want to be unique and they set lines independently, we can ruthlessly, OddsJam will ruthlessly update odds in real time for all of the sports books in your state, right? Every state has different sports books. Every location, it's not just state, throughout the world has different sports books. So OddsJam will constantly update odds and show you those rare few betting opportunities. Again, it's not common. I mean, out of the millions and millions of odds OddsJam processes every second, there's only like 20 bets where you can make a risk-free profit, right? So you can make a lot of money arb betting. I actually started out arbitrage betting. I made some good money, and then I got into positive EV betting. But the more important concept is whenever you have an arbitrage bet like we have right here, by definition, one of these plays has to be profitable. One of these plays has to be positive EV. You can make risk-free money betting on the over on WinBet and betting on the under at plus 119 on Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker in the world. For now, the market's dynamic. This could move. We're day traders. We got to go quick. But right now, you can make a risk-free profit if you add both those sports books. Pinnacle, not legal in the US. So what I do is I use this tool as a source of information of what bets are profitable. So here, it's pretty clear, just looking across the market, this minus 115 on WinBet is a massive line discrepancy. We're beating the vig, so it's a play we want to include in our parlay. We have a bunch of videos about parlay strategy, the math behind parlays, but essentially, if Pinnacle has the over at minus 140, and they have the under at plus 119, we can throw that into a no-vig odds calculator. If this is the market, right, then the fair line with the VIG removed, according to Pinnacle, the sharpest, most efficient betting market is minus 127.75. We're betting this at minus 115. So our play has an edge. And this bet is winning 56.09% of the time. So that's the first play I ended up going with. And then the second play, which we can also discuss, is going to be the Ravens team total. So you can see it right here. Pinnacle has this minus 141. So an over and an under. I hit it for $1,000, $1,000 plus 250 odds. Both plays at minus 115. Also, whenever you place a parlay, WinBet gives you an exclusive reward. So I say this all the time, but like parlays, you can make them profitable. A lot of people are like, oh, parlays can't be profitable. It's like, yeah, they can. In the same way, you can find profitable bets on this screen. You know, you look for line discrepancies. I love just scanning this and looking for big discrepancies. Like, hey, here, Dalton, there's only a 2-yard difference. Not that interesting to look at. But if you keep scrolling, you see that Tannehill play. It's like, yo, what's up? What's the play we want to go with? You know, if we're looking for a third leg on underdog or we need another play on prize picks, take the under here, the over here. You have a nice middle on. Tannehill has exactly 200 passing yards. The over wins, the under wins. Your middle hits. That's a big deal as a sports bettor, right? A 30-yard middle, 28-yard middle. So we can go back to this no vig odds calculator, put in Pinnacle's market, minus 141, plus 120. So they have the Ravens under 24.5 team total at minus 141, the over at plus 120. So of course, sportsbooks imply win probabilities through their odds, right? If a fighter is minus 300, the sportsbook is letting you bet them 3-1, 75% to win. If a team is plus 100, the sportsbook's letting you bet them, at a 50% win probability. So what you want to do is use this calculator to figure out the win probability of each team. And essentially, our parlay has a, 10.5% profit margin, $105 in edge. So I say this all the time, but people oftentimes get discouraged positive EV betting. Arbitrage betting is just risk-free money, so it's hard to. But I use this tool to find positive EV plays. Because again, whenever you have arbitrage, you by definition have a positive EV bet. Any questions you have, you can hit me up on Twitter. Again, it'll be in the description. It'll be in the comments. You can let us know. You can tweet out the plays you like, whatever. I'm also just going to give out some plays there. Can't make YouTube videos for everything, so whenever I place a bet, I'll try to give it out on Twitter. And using real-time market data, just math, right, to make money, that's exactly what we do, right? And on WinBet's, we're up $240,000 based on just the sports books I've synced. And you don't have to believe me, I don't really care. I've synced, I've been in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 states with WinBet. I think I've been in more, so I actually have more sports books to sync. But essentially, when you have an edge, you're still going to go through losing streaks. But if you're tracking your bets, so you can see if I go to my bet tracker here, you'll see a lot of the plays I gave out. I gave this out earlier on WinBet. Saints 49ers over 42.5 at minus 110. We have that play on. SMU minus 125, 3-leg parlay, yada, yada, yada. So hopefully this parlay hits. I'm tracking all my profit and loss in the sheet from full-length YouTube videos I've given out. We're up 52.5K. For live streams, we're up 11K. I don't do that many live streams. But yeah, any questions you have, don't hesitate to reach out. Let's make money.